sad year. Sad, very sad for me. And sad for all of us. I know all of you too. But I don't want this to be a sad day. I want it to be a day where we can celebrate Faith and the good things that she did and the good person that she was. She was the best. She was. I'm not going to have any real ceremony or anything, but I'm going to celebrate her memory. Over the last couple of years, I've been writing different things about myself and our life together and so on. And I want to read some of it to you. But, they say at the funeral that it's really a celebration of life. And hopefully that's what we'll be celebrating today. The good things, the happy things. I mean that. So, I know that, we all know Faith and you all of your life. But let me read some of the things. And I wrote this months and months ago. Faith was born November 23rd, 1926, in Atlantic City Hospital to Frida and Edward Beldegreen. Can you all hear me? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Siblings Hope and Harvey had a different father, Barnett Clay. The family lived in a rented house on North Harrisburg Avenue, Atlantic City. Family went to Temple Beth Israel at Virginia and Pacific Avenues in Atlantic City, and Faith went to Richmond Avenue School. Clenny and Frida had started a photo store, Society Studio, on the Atlantic City Boardwalk. Clenny died very young, and Frida married Ed Beldegreen, who took over the business. Frida became seriously ill with depression and was sick early in Faith's life, and Hope helped to raise her. Hope started a Girl Scout troop, joined by Faith and her friends. Faith liked to go to the Boardwalk store and tried to help out working. She also worked to help collect rent money from a small apartment building family-owned on Ventnor Avenue. Her mother died when Faith became a teenager. Faith went to the Ohio Avenue Junior High School and then to Atlantic City High School. She was an excellent student, taking the classical courses with Latin and French, active in school clubs, and elected an officer in Selma. She joined the SAG sorority and made lifelong friends with Joan Rayner Rothhouse, Audrey Cohen Persky, Betty Ann Lanning Beckman, Shirley Schultz Gash, and Lorraine Coble Burdett. She had dates with Herb Schlosser, Lou Malamet, and others at different SAG socials. And she was confirmed at Beth Israel. A friend recommended a date with me at the end of our junior year at Atlantic City High School. We went to Steel Pier for the day with another couple who were friends, Lawrence Halbert and George Luba. We enjoyed ourselves greatly, and immediately we clicked. We dated more that summer and saw each other back at school our senior year and at Friday night sorority, at Sigma Chi, and fraternity nights. We were a couple. We went to dances and the senior prom together. We liked to go to Steel Pier or $1 Million Pier to see all the big bands in person. Faith and I both worked on the Herald High School yearbook, and we both graduated with 4 stars, the highest honors. By then, she and her dad moved to an apartment on Lincoln Place. They had a maid, Elizabeth Anderson, who cleaned and did a lot of cooking for them. Faith loved to eat. A lot of sub sandwiches, and we went to the beach a lot. We graduated in 1944 with World War II on, and I had passed the written test for radar technician training and went into the Navy in June. Almost all high school grads entered one of the armed services, just something that you did. Faith had met my mom and dad, and they stayed in touch. And Faith wrote to me all the time. She decided to go to the University of Wisconsin in Madison because Brother Harvey had gone there. Friend Charlotte Singer Josephs from Atlantic City also went there. She and her father took a train to Wisconsin by way of Chicago. They stayed there a couple of nights, and I got a Navy leave to meet them there. We had time to see the museums and the waterfront of Chicago together. Faith had a good semester in Wisconsin, and I went from Great Lakes Boot Camp to Michigan City, Indiana, preschool, and then to Del Monte, California, near Monterey, for school for 3 months, followed by a transfer for me to Washington, D.C. at the National Research Lab in Anacostia for a final 6 months of schooling. Faith, maybe because she was homesick, maybe because of me, transferred to Temple University. And she went to school in Philadelphia, but stayed with Sister Hope and husband Mill in Camden, New Jersey, and commuted to Temple. We saw each other on the weekends. Both took a train to Atlantic City and we met. When it was time for me to go back, we took the train to Camden, then the ferry to Philadelphia. And so I could get back, and Faith went back on the ferry back to Camden. We wanted that extra time together. Faith thrived at Temple, and she loved eating at the Greasy Spoon, they called it. It was a crummy restaurant. But she always raved about the food. Everybody else said it made it taste better. After my training was complete, I was sent to California to go on a ship. as an electronic technician's mate to go out in the Pacific from San Francisco on the USS Difta in June of '46. Faith was at Temple and worked some-time at the Boardwalk store. We always wrote each other often. After my discharge, we got back together again, happy with each other. We had the summer of 1946 together in Atlantic City, and I began college at Rutgers in the fall. We decided to get married in June of '47, both 20 years old, and me halfway through Rutgers. I graduated in 3 years. I was in New Brunswick for classes, but came home a lot for long weekends and took summer courses. Thursday to Sunday I had scheduled to come home. And we lived with Faith's dad on Lincoln Place in Atlantic City. We were married in the Strand Seaside Hotel in Atlantic City with Hope as the maid of honor and Marvin Miller, the best man, my friend. Our honeymoon started with a night at the Ambassador Hotel in Atlantic City, now the Tropicana. And then we took a bus trip to White Row Lake Resort, the Catskill Mountains of New York. Why? Because Harvey went there on his honeymoon. We had some small private cabin and good food, 3 other newlyweds for friends, and we had entertainment and a swimming pool, and etc.
Could you elaborate?
You've been on honeymoons. Except Jack. When I graduated, my parents and Ed Beldegreen and Faith were there. Returning to Atlantic City, I began to work in the Society studio along with Faith. More details about that are written in other things, and I have a lot of stories about the stores, but we won't get into that. But we made friends with other young couples, and after a few years, we were moving to a new, bigger Boardwalk store. Gail was born, and Harvey and Frankie, wife number 1, came to the area living in Brigantine. He started building his own home, and I tried to help him, learning from him as we went along. Faith and I wanted our own home with more room. Harvey was finished enough to move into his house and agreed to help us build our own. And we bought the lots in Longport. It took 18 months to finish with both of us, Harvey and I, working a lot in the store. Bill came down when he could and helped when he could. Faith helped when she could and famously painted, she puttied all the nail holes. Every single one. When you drove a nail, you had to sink it in so it could be puttied. She did all that. So Ed Beldegreen came and lived with us in the upstairs bedroom when we moved there. I have a few more pages I can go on here, or I can We
Keep
can go
going.
to the restaurant.
It's a beautiful
Keep
day.
going, keep going.
Keep going, please.
Beautiful
Finish it up.
sunny day. Keep going.
All right, it's nice
Lot
here.
more.
So we're moved into Longport. We fit into Longport way of life. Faith took Gail and later Bob and Larry to the beach most every day. She enjoyed the Longport Mothers Club activities and the clubhouse at 33rd Avenue and the beach. Faith inherited the 1940 Chevy that we had bought when I got, later at Longport I bought a 52 Oldsmobile, and she kept the Chevy, one of the first wives to have her own car. When we had a part-time child helper for the kids, Faith would work sometime on the boardwalk. Rhonda was with us a lot in the summer and played with the kids. Faith cooked often and liked to bake. We had many parties and the kids and family dinners for the adults and my parents. Faith invited family and hosted many holiday celebrations. She joined the Margate PTA and we started going on mystery rides, usually including playgrounds, boardwalks, sunsets, and always ice cream. We always liked to travel and tried to have a trip of the month, somewhere near, overnight, like a gift show in New York or Philly or Washington, D.C., or the Poconos or the Catskill Mountains for skiing or whatever, or either in Pennsylvania or Vermont even. We also drove to Fargo, North Dakota a few times to see my sister Sophia and her family, their kids, Stephen, Debbie, Robert, and we drove a couple times to Florida, and as plane trips became less expensive and more common, we flew on vacation. Faith had studied art and music, as I did, and we went to many museums and concerts and joined arts organizations. Faith was a longtime treasurer of the Atlantic City Community Concert Association, with friend Joan Miller as a director, and I was president for a couple years. We also loved the boardwalk art shows and craft shows that I was involved in. The business has expanded. We bought the Card Corner in Ventnor from a Rutgers friend's family of mine. I went to school with this fella. Later found that his father owned the Ventnor Card Corner, and then a few years later they talked to him about buying it, and he said his father wanted to retire, so we bought it. So we managed it and worked there sometimes on holidays when it got very, very busy. And other stores followed. The Ventnor Plaza, of short memory. The Sicklerville card shop was a little longer, but short memory. Not everything was great. And then the Studio Imports and Margaret Card Studio. The Studio Imports importing a business and also a shop on the boardwalk, you all remember. And then we also bought properties with Ventnor and Margate. And then Hope and Milt were working with us, and we became partners. And Ed Beldegreen gradually retired. Faith was very involved with the imports, trips to Europe, Spain in particular, and Germany with me. And Hope and Milk did the same. As the kids grew older, we took many trips with them. And once across the country by car, the great Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser wagon with the third row seats and the Vista roof. Faith had her own car, including a Buick Skylark and a Datsun, later a Nissan hatchback, a small Chevy, and later the Oldsmobile Alero. Of course, she handed them down to the kids, and sometimes they enjoyed them, sometimes they wrecked them. But
when they wrecked them, they enjoyed them.
I had some way to forget this.
You remember every car?
I remember most of them. Not all of them. Faith always said she didn't like to shop for clothes, but I insisted. And she usually ended up buying from Boscov's, Macy's, Talbot's, or Chico's, and ordered her very hard to find narrow shoes or mail from catalogs. We bought craft jewelry from shows and art from the art shows, original art, including the Atlantic City Boardwalk Art Show, which I helped to run. Faith helped Hope organize and run a series of doll shows in Smithville and around the area. Very successful. As Laurie got older, we got a succession of cats in the house for her. That was fun. Our first big trip was to Europe to try to import merchandise for the store. Went to London, Paris, Geneva, Rome, Barcelona, and Madrid. Later, big trips were for Rotary to Sao Paulo, Brazil, and all over South America. Rio, and all over. Other big trips were to Asia, Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Hawaii. Cruises to the Panama Canal and the Caribbean, and trips to New England and Canada. Our big cruise to Venice, Greece, and the Mediterranean was wonderful too. Faith was in generally good health, but did have medical problems and a succession of operations. She had a ruptured appendix, hysterectomy, throat procedures, and lung operation. And she did have depressions not too long after we got married, and all through her life, and was diagnosed as bipolar. Treatments included nurse practitioners, talk therapy, yoga, breathing, visualization, hypnosis, and medications. In later life, drug treatments improved, particularly, and she generally kept things under control. A late period of insomnia was fixed by CBN pills. You know what they are.
CBN, not THC.
Right.
Close enough.
Faith was a great, caring, loving mother. It was a wonderful, positive part of our children's lives from their birth to the present. Gail was lovable, smart, early on. Great friends she had in high school, going to Brown, Penn, the Walsh Institute, then Sean, then the Princeton Historical Society, and then Jonathan. But passed too soon. Laurie, always cute, smart, with the cats, sometimes a devil. Lots of times a devil. High school craft, she was always very creative. And then going to California for school, meeting Gary, and now finally the El Cerrito home. And right in the wonderful garden, the flower business, the perfumery, and always the sweetest and the best. Bob, smart, fun, easy, sports.
After Laurie.
Sports.
It's all relative.
A lot of great high school achiever. George was his good friend. Then to Oberlin, not for music, but law school. Then we had Sue in D.C., Skadden Arps, the big law firm, Valerie and Jesse, and then Marriott with all the nice discounts. It was wonderful.
All the benefits.
And then came Jack and Elliot, Sodexo, great career for Bob, and finally the Longport home. Wonderful, my best neighbor. So Faith was proud and awful sad. We did good. We did good. She loved all the fine arts. We were involved in nice things. It's coming to an end.
It's all right.
And we were involved in a lot. With many musical concerts, ballet, theater, music halls we went to in Philadelphia, New York, Lincoln Center, all the New York theaters, Metropolitan Opera, Carnegie Hall. We went to local theater and later casino shows and always the Stockton Performing Arts Center and with subscriptions and series. We visited the great performance halls in London, Madrid, Paris, Berlin, Israel, Tokyo, Rio, Buenos Aires, as well as San Francisco, New Orleans, Fargo, yes, Fargo, Nashville, and Los Angeles. We visited art and history museums wherever we went. Too many to list. And brought original art and handcrafts wherever we could at art shows and collected a lot of glass and of course bluebirds. I did write some other stuff later, but I'm going to bring this to a close. And there's some of the wonderful things. We had a wonderful marriage. 3 years before we were together at almost 72, married. It was wonderful.
Lovely.
Very good.
Dad, I just want to say too, in this headstone where we say Mom was special and you're the best, she used to say to us, we're the best, and we'd say back to her, no, you're the best. And I think you said on your 70th anniversary that she was special and you were special, and as it says here, together, very special. You and Mom together, you're incredibly special. I always say that the best thing about me was my parents.
I say the same.
You guys had a great life.
We did.
You did.
Beautiful.
We did. So there's a lot of good things to be thankful for. only
Want to
thing.
start? We start here.
I
Do you want to do
always-
this on the stove?
We're
One
going to
second.
go to the Shore Diner, but I just wanted to say this. I would say to Faith, you're too good. Because she was always doing something good for somebody. She would be on the telephone with her girlfriends. Her girlfriends had a problem. Faith would hear them out. She'd give them encouragement. She'd be on the phone an hour. And then the next day she'd call on and be on the phone another hour. Lorraine Boudet. She was always in agony. Faith always had to hear it out. Everything was the world's worst with her. Still is.
We'll make sure Lorraine doesn't
Faith
get this
would
video.
patiently listen and give her encouragement. Tell her everything's going to be all right. And whenever we wanted to do something, give some charity or give something for the kids for a birthday or something, we wanted to give 50, she'd want to give 100. We'd give 100, she'd want 150. She was too good. That was Faith. What a wonderful, sweet, loving person.
Yeah,
Great.
best mother you could ask for.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
talked enough.